the bore of international football when it's not a World Cup or a Euros is over. Club football is back! And that means I'm back previewing this stuff because that's what I do. You know, I've got not long to my exams, but I can spare an hour or so once every week for you, lovely lot, because I love City. That's just how it is. Let's have a look through chat. Have we had a good 2 weeks, everyone? It's been pretty chill. I've had a bit of time off. I just wish we had less into some of those midweek games earlier in the season. I could just slip in there. So, oh god, because that was stressful. Hello, Isaac. How are you doing? Lucas, mate, that is your uncle as the thumbnail. If Richie scores and I don't go, I will be happy and sad. So, Cristiano Ronaldo, Stewie. I hear big news from Team Talk. We'll discuss that in a second, Max. Hello, Mr. Temple. Fair enough. Baxter is back. We'll also discuss that in a second. Thoughts on City looking at Ozil. We'll come back to that, like I said there. And I'm City till I die. Let me find the rumour about Mesut Ozil. Yeah. Okay. Thou hast found it. I need to remember how to work StreamYard again. Anyway. So, Team Talk said that City are plotting a summer move for Mesut Ozil. Now, these rumours were bound to happen. As soon as this takeover got done, those rumours were bound to happen because Adjun played a big part in getting Mesut to Fenerbahce. They're openly, publicly very good friends. And I think this has only been rushed through more due to the fact that that Mesut has been sort of... Is exiled the right word from the Fenerbahce squad alongside Ozan Tufan? So Ozan Tufan was on loan at Watford for the first half of the season. And yeah, those two have just been told no. I'm not sure. Are they still both Mesut Ozil? He is still contracted to Fenerbahce, and I believe Ozan Tufan. Yep. So, Tufan hasn't been linked, but Ozil, well, you know what? Let's read, shall we? Let's read the Team Talk article. I think that's the best way forward. So, exclusive. New Hull owner plots audacious move to bring enigmatic former Arsenal star back to England. Hull City's ambitious new owner, Adjun Iladjela, is offering former Arsenal playmaker Mesut Ozil a route back to English football. Team Talk understands. The 33-year-old has just been suspended by his current club, FanHub, who he joined from Arsenal last year after a less than amorous departure from the Gunners. He quit North London, having had his contract terminated following a breakdown in his relationship with Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta. Now Ozil has fallen out with FanHub boss Ismail Kartal and has seen him suspended for an unspecified amount of time, along with teammate Ozan Tufan. Ozil now faces an uncertain future with the Istanbul Giants, and that is where Ilicella comes in. The Turkish-based new owner of Hull has huge ambitions to take the Tigers back to the Premier League and wants to use his contacts in his homeland to seal a deal. Ilicella has already shown his sway with Fenerbahce after landing Iranian star Aliyar Sayadmanesh in January. We now understand that a move for Galatasaray's Dutch veteran Ryan Babel is already down the road, and now Ozil is on their list. It remains a highly unlikely proposition. However, Ozil will be offered the chance of a move if he is shown the exit door in Istanbul. Hull are currently yada 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 yada. So it's unlikely. It's unlikely. However, would I love to see it? Yes, I absolutely would. When Mesut Ozil played for Arsenal in 2013, 2014, when they came to us in 2015 and 2017, he was one of the best players I have ever watched in person. I think if, on a Saturday, you see him rocking up at 1:30 and he'd be the talk of the town. And having someone like Mesut would absolutely set down a marker for Adjun, for Shota, that we want to be something to be feared in this division. But the first thing we have to do before looking at new signings is look at who we can tie down, who is already here. I've got a table somewhere as to who's out of contract when. I'll see if I can find it. Is it on an Excel spreadsheet? Nope. I did do one, but I can't remember where I've put it. I won't have saved it as anything other than an Excel spreadsheet or a Word document. It won't be in there. It won't be in there. It won't be in there. It won't be that. It won't be that. It won't be that. What's that? Nope. I don't know. I'll try and keep hunting. The players out of contract at the end of this season. So, and also, this isn't the only rumour from Turkey. I'll talk more about them. I'll talk about all of that in a second. But out of contracts at the end of this season are Honeyman, Smallwood, Huddleston, Emmanuel, Elder, Ingram, Wilkes, Eves. That's not to mention all the academy players. And that's also not to mention the players who are here on loan. So that's Force, Walsh, Syed Manesh, Bernard, and Baxter. What I will do is I'll put all them on here quickly, and we will discuss together who we are going to keep. So there's a StreamYard link in chat. If you want to click on that, feel free, and we will discuss each of them and what we collectively would do, and we'll have some of you guys participating in chat as well. So it was Honeyman, Smallwood, Malik Wilkes, Josh Emmanuel, Huddleston, Elder, and Ingram. Callum Elder and Matt Ingram. There's then also Nathan Baxter, Sean Bernard, Liam Walsh, Ali Yart, Syed Manesh, and Marcus Force. Okay. Right. I think I've got it. So, Lucas is here. Lucas, how are you doing?
Good. I feel like we're going to sign Deshaun Bernard permanently. I feel like he's going to be permanent.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to get Honeyman to survive, really.
Well, just sorry to interrupt you, Lucas, but Max has said here, Honeyman out of contract to replace him with Mesut. Yes, Mesut Ozil is a better player than George Honeyman. There is no denying that. However, Honeyman has been absolutely imperative to our success this season. Whenever he's had a good game, the entire team has had a good game. He is without a doubt player of the season this year. So, and it's always, and we're saying all this, we've got excited, but it still might not happen. The best bet is to tie George Honeyman down like he wants to be. He said he's had initial talks, but they've not continued it because they've just not got round to it. Get him tied down and keep him here for another 3 or 4 years. When Richie goes, make him club captain. And then when he goes, give it to Greavesy if he's still here. And I'll let you talk about a certain Mr. Smallwood, Lucas.
I don't know if... I think he should stay. But even if he goes, then we've obviously got Slater to fill in.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and I think Slater is a more seamless fit into that Smallwood position than when we tried to put Doherty there earlier this season, than when we tried to play Andy Cannon there, when we've tried to play a flat midfield three of Honeyman, of Monker, of Doherty, when we tried to put Dan Crowley in there last year and have Honeyman and Doherty as the two sitters in Smallwood's absence. We need a defensive midfielder in there, and people have only just started to realise, what Smallwood does for this team. He's an experienced head at this level. He knows what he's doing. And for me, there's no reason for you to not keep Richie Smallwood around. That's how I feel.
Yeah. Really, so most of the games, I feel Slater should be allowed to start next season if Richie stays. And because Just like
Because let's face it,
developing.
Richie, in footballer terms, he's not young.
Yeah.
He will have to be gradually phased out because look at Tom Huddleston. He is probably on his day a more standout, more effective player than Richie Smallwood, who will grab the headlines, but he's old. He's old in footballer terms. He'll get injured.
Yeah.
So it's clear that the first two are staying. I've seen stuff about Malik Wilkes in chat. Leo said not Wilkes.
I don't
Yes,
think
Wilkes
Wilkes.
is going. He's greedy. And to be honest, I think Malik will go. I think that we'll let his contract run down and he will be Grant McCann's first signing at Peterborough United when they are relegated.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. I think Josh Emmanuel, we owe it to him to give him at least another season. I would like to add, all of the players here permanently do have an extra year on their contracts. And I've just realised I've left Tom Eves out. All the players that are here have do have a year option on their contracts that are permanent, I must add. That's Eves up to Honeyman. So we've discovered here that we need Honeyman to stay, we need Smallwood to stay. Malik Wilkes, he's not played under Shotter, apart from that little cameo against Peterborough. I don't think Shotter has plans for him. I think he'll be off. And then Josh Emmanuel, as I was saying, I want to put this one out to chat. Josh Emmanuel, what do we think? For me, we owe Josh another season because of the trouble he's had this season getting back. So I think we owe it to him to give him another season. Now, Tom Huddleston's an interesting one. Lucas, I want to get your opinion on this.
I'd probably keep him for like just developing in the dressing room and that.
That's the point that I was going to make. So Huddleston, he is a very, very senior head. He knows the Premier League and the Championship well, and he won't necessarily play much, but I think you keep him around until he wants to retire, and while he's here, you try and groom him for a coaching role.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
I agree, yeah.
Callum Elder. This one's an interesting one because obviously we've got Brandon Fleming. We've got Matty Jacob coming through. Callum Elder is... Callum Elder's 27. So he's sort of in his prime. What do we think about Callum Elder? Do we keep... Do we, in the summer, if you are in charge, do you keep Callum Elder here or do you let Brandon Fleming have the left-hand side all to himself and just keep young Matty Jacob, who's been out at Gateshead this season, as backup?
I'd release him. I'd let him go, to be honest.
You let him go? And to be fair, he's another one who I could see going with Grant McCann, and Callum previously... played for Peterborough. So it's an easy link to make him going back there because he's got Grant, who brought him to City. He was at Peterborough on loan before from Leicester. So we'll see. I think leave it to Callum. If he wants to sit on the bench, let him stay, yeah. Because Fleming has dislodged him definitely now. On Josh Emmanuel, he's our only bloody right back, mate, other than Coyle, who's blocked everyone. Ashley doesn't see Malik as a club man anymore. Interesting one. When Huddleston does play for us, the team seems to mould around him. I don't really see that. Matty Ingram, what are the thoughts on him?
I think I'll keep him.
I think we keep him, but say to him, look, we're going to try and get Nathan Baxter.
Yeah.
Because for me, Baxter should walk straight back into this team. That's not discrediting Matt. That's just saying, look, I think Nathan's quality. But who knows? Tommy Eaves, for me, I think I'll refer back to this comment. Eaves, he's got to stay. For the time being, Eaves, he's got to stay. Leo says keep Ingram. I like that. Leo's got a slight allegiance to Matt Ingram.
I disagree with Eaves.
You disagree?
Yeah. I just feel like it's just his time to sort of leave now.
Ooh.
I don't know. Nothing against him or anything, just maybe give Tyler Smith a chance and sort of try and get Force and just give him a go.
Well, to be honest, if anyone's gonna go, I think it's Tyler Smith.
I'd rather have him than Eaves because of like his age.
Ooh, that's a hot take. That's a hot take, Lucas. Force is the finish, Eaves. Yeah. So right, we're on to players who are here on loan. Would we sign them permanently? Lucas, Baxter.
Yes, I'd say Baxter, definitely.
I'd take Baxter. I assume a lot of chat would take Baxter. However, do I think Shotter will? No. Because I think Shotter prefers Matt Ingram. Deshaun Bernard.
Keep.
Sign him.
Sign him
or get him on loan again. I assume chat would say the same. For me, I'd like it to happen, but I don't think it will because I think Shotter wants to stick with Alfie Jones or get a new centre back in. Liam Walsh is a no. We've not seen enough. We've not seen enough of him. Marcus Force is a massive no. And Syed Manesh, I don't think it really matters because I think that's pretty much nailed on anyway.
I'd probably say no to Syed Manesh though.
Ooh.
I don't know.
You'd say no.
Yeah, because he just I don't see where he fits in with like the team of the players.
I'm going to put it this way to you, Lucas. I think Eaves will sign a new contract. I think Tyler Smith will leave. There's no Josh McGuinness around. I don't think we'll sign Marcus Force again. Eaves, Syed Manesh, and Adjun's £10 million striker that he's talking about. That's 3 strikers. I'm having to rest that so I can do that. But that's 3 strikers. That's all we need.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. This man wants to sell all our strikers and keep Force and Smith. Where do the goals come from?
We just need to. Main priority needs to be a striker. Like we just need to try and just spend pretty much all of the money on a striker.
Depends who's on the market. Fleming is impressed. Fleming is definitely impressed. Ashley, you're right there. Wilkes doesn't play for the badge because he doesn't get game time. Bernard over Jones, but Bernard won't sign permanently. I agree. Would I take Tafazoli? No. Ashley would. Tom Eaves is God would get Ryan Tafazoli for YouTube. Right. I thank you for your contribution, Lucas. What I'll do for each of these, I know it might not go down well with everyone because I know Harry Fisk follows me. I know that Jevon Mills follows me. Harry Lovick follows me. So maybe me speculating on Hull City contracts isn't great. But after this stream, I'll put polls out on Instagram stories asking you about all of this. My Instagram is old_grandpa.joe. So hop on there after this stream and follow me if you don't already. You'll get to see my F1 ramblings. I had a massive rant about a Saudi Arabian missile the other day, which not many people liked, but it is what it is. And I'll just lay the facts out to you, and yeah, and I'll let you vote. Would you keep them or would you not? There's something else I was gonna say, but I've forgotten. Oh yeah, just to note, Sean McLaughlin, Sean McLaughlin, Keane Lewis Potter, and Jacob Greaves are all out of contract at the end of next season. I'm also of the belief that
I'm going to go now. So
all right. Thank you very much for your contribution, Lucas. I'll see you in a while. Have a good one, mate. Have a good one. So what I will say is out of contract at the end of next season. That is in June 2023. Jacob Greaves, Alfie Jones, Sean McLaughlin, Brandon Fleming, Louis Coyle, Greg Doherty, George Monker, Keane Lewis Potter, Randell Williams, and Tyler Smith are all out of contract. In 2024, it's Regan Slater. In 2025, it's Ryan Longman. But the big headline is at the end of next season, Lewis Potter, Greaves, and McLaughlin are all out of contract, as is Doherty, as is Alfie Jones. That is 5 very, very big players out of contract at the end of next season. After my exams and stuff like that, in fact, will that be too late? I don't think it will be, because my last exam is the 23rd of June. So I think after the first video I make after my exams, for reference, look, I'll show you my exam dates so that you can get a gauge as to what content you'll get. So, so after the Nottingham Forest game, I'll do a quick season roundup video, maybe a stream, and that will be it for videos because my first exam is there. This is right after I go to Bristol City, but I've got the bank holiday to sort my Spanish-speaking stuff out, and that's more prolonged stuff anyway. But from as soon as I've done that video after the Forest game, there will be low or limited content, unless it's stuff I can do in 10 minutes and just throw out, like the released list, a kit reveal, stuff like that. There will be no content for about a month. I'll put a video out just before, on the day before my first exam, saying, look, this is the state of play here. But my last exam is physics on the 23rd of June. On this day, I will make a keep or sell video of the rest of the squad. Or something along those lines. Transfer talk will then immediately start the following week after that. And from there on, it'll just be normal content, apart from when I go to Silverstone and apart from when I'm doing NCS, where things will be a little bit more jaggedy, if You will. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, I've just seen the main man. Ashley, I'll come to you in a second. But I've seen Luke Scott. The main man is here. The main man is here. I'd get them not on a contract extension now, get it done with. Because if we tie down Lewis Potter Greaves McLaughlin now, it wards off interest for the summer. Which is nice. My last exam is one day before Max's birthday. That's cool. Luke and Lucas are making friends. Am I going to Borough away? Yes, I am. There's a lot of people doing that. Hostile Hen's going to do my channel for a bit. I might hand it over to this certain individual. Ashley, how are you?
Oh, hi. To be honest, I came on to talk about the end of contract thing with you and Lucas, but then as soon as I came on, you were talking about exams. I was like, what happened?
What happened? Well, Lucas scarpered, so I was talking about content and stuff.
Okay.
Lucas said, everyone liked the stream or your dad sells Avon. No. Okay, Luke.
Okay.
30 mil for Keno.
No. It's a lot, but the thing is, I think with the things with Keno is he's irreplaceable, so I mean, like,
so in response to Luke's stuff, I'll say Eves' fat Malik Wilkes chant has says, okay, your man works at Costa. Okay, do a poll, me or Ashley. God, this has gone terribly. Well, half an hour in, I've not even done. I've not done it.
Yeah. I was just thinking, when's like the injuries going to begin? We haven't even started that yet. I don't think anyway.
Lucas thinks he should have the channel.
No. Hey, he thinks Smallwood is good, and he thinks Tommy should go. Why would you want him to take over?
Give it Luke. Luke's doing exams with me. Luke's not having it. Your man works at Vanilla Unicorn. God. Right. Oh my God, it's just what Richie Smallwood could have my children. Right. Team news. Randell Williams neared Josh Emmanuel illness are Hull City's only absentees. Shotarava Ladze confirmed in his pre-match press conference that Matt Ingram would keep his place in goal, even though Nathan Baxter is back from injury. All of the players who were out on international duty should be available to play in time in front of the Sky Sports cameras. So that is Keane Lewis Potter, that is Harvey Cartwright, that is Alayar Syed Manesh, and I believe that is Marcus Force as well. I think that's it.
Mm-hmm.
So Ingram over Baxter.
Not happy about that.
Ooh, interesting one. Well, he says, look, he says something along the lines of, we've got two good goalkeepers here. Do you have any idea who you're going to play yet? He goes, I think I know. Obviously, and Shotter also mentioned his goal for Rangers in that presser. He says, I think I know. They're both very good, but I think I know. So then Matt Dean from Radio Humberside pokes a little bit more and says, do you mind telling us who? So he says, I think I'll stick with Matt.
Oh, God.
And then he starts talking about how Matt's deserved it. He's been playing well. So then Matt Dean says, by that, are you saying it's Matt Ingram's place to lose? He says, no, it just means we've got two very good goalkeepers here, and Matt's playing well at the moment, and Nathan's been injured.
Yeah.
Lucas said, forget exams, I'm getting 9s all round. Fair enough. Joe, getting go, okay. See, Joe, maybe just give me the channel for good. This is your... I'll have to do what HITC Sport have done and just get a load of random people in.
Oh, God.
To replace one man, bring back someone who was here a few years ago and just bring in a load of other people for a couple of weeks.
Maybe what you should do is like every week someone else takes care of the channel.
Oh God. I'll give it to Lewis 1 week. So what? What is there? Hang on. So I've got 2 weeks of exams, then half term, then another 3 weeks of exams.
Yeah.
But on that third week, I have only got 2. Whereas on the third week, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5, 6.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. But how do you think that would work?
No idea.
Tom Easley's got to do a Silverstone vlog.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to Silverstone. Then that's after exams, so that don't matter.
Yeah.
I
don't really care whether you give it to me or not. Just don't give it to Lucas, please.
I'm going to put Mr. Big C in timeout after that comment.
Right, I want to see what he's put.
You know what, Ashley? I'll put it in private chat.
All right. I'm scared. I don't know what this is going to be. No.
Yeah, we've had that disaster before.
Oh, God, no.
Ben Bradley has said, is that a wild Ewan Kemp? If it is, Ewan, oh, God. Lucas Smallwood has appeared again. I'll put you back in a second. I'll email you my videos so I can be called the English guy. Oh, justice for MC Big C.
Someone's just commented, this is not me. Someone's just commented.
Someone just put mail.
Up the line, sir, not halal murd. Is this someone in my religious studies?
Right, we'll move on. After 38 minutes, we'll get on to Ref Watch. You know what, Ashley? I'm just going to rattle through all the rest of this. You prepare a predicted team.
All right.
So, Ref Watch. The referees, Jeremy Simpson. The 2 linesmen are Nigel Lugg and Daniel Leach. The 4th official is tiny little baby Keith Stroud, who is everybody's favourite former. Did he ref in the Premier League? Yeah, I think he did. So, Ashley, as soon as you've turned your camera and mic off, I'm just going to remove you from the stream. Lucas, lad, if you want to prepare yourself a predicted team, we'll come back to you in a second because I'm just going to rattle through the rest of this. Okay, dokes, right, in a minute, mate, in a minute. We've still got a little bit. God, there's quite a lot going on in chat, my lord. My RE teacher has a Spotify deal. Interesting one. Stats then. These are taken from before the international break from our defeat in our £2 fixture against Luton Town, where it was pretty terrible. So, Let's have a look, shall we? Somehow we had more possession. That doesn't make sense in my head. So the passes, because of that, are more thingy. We could hardly string 2 passes together, actually. So how we've got 77% pass accuracy, I have no idea. No way did we have 15 shots. Absolute waffle. Defensively, we hardly tackled anything. We couldn't tackle fresh air. And then fouls, that's about right. We just hacked anyone down who we fancied. Don't take that out of context. God. We'll have to pay in Russian rubles soon. Do you think Aaron McLean should start? This isn't 2012. This isn't 2012. God. Right. Head-to-head battles then. Looking at Huddersfield, their typical keeper is Nichols. It is Lee Nichols who's usually in goal, but they've got Jamal Blackman and Ryan Schofield there just in case. But I think it'll be Lee Nichols. Huddersfield, they tend to play a 4-4-2 sort of thing. Excuse me. Or like it's either a 4-4-2 or a 3-back, I do believe. I'll keep checking. I think it's fully dependent on opponent. So the last time, we'll go on the last game where they played a 4-4-2 and lost 3-0 to Bournemouth. It was Nichols in goal. It was Ollie Turton who played at right back. The 2 centre backs were Tom Lees and Matty Pearson. Levi Colwill was not, well, he was on the bench that day. He was just in the England 21 squad with Keane, Lewis, Potter. It was then Harry Toffolo at left back. The central midfielders were Sorba Thomas on the right. He's someone to look out for. Dwayne Holmes on the left. The 2 centre mids were Russell and O'Brien. So that's Johnny Russell there and Lewis O'Brien. I was called on Twitter the other week Lewis O'Brien's extra chromosome twin. What do we think? If you look at Lewis O'Brien there, I think that's an interesting one. There's a lot going on in chat. Lennon, how you doing? Should Maynard Figueroa start tomorrow? Absolutely. Now, Milo's too good to be on the bench. And George Boyd starting tomorrow. Potentially, yeah. Are we linked with Ozil? Yes. Do I believe it? Not really. Elmo in attack? Just not quite. Just not quite. Should Matty Fry start? Something tells me he won't feature. I don't know what it is. Nick Proschwitz is the only German not to score a penalty, although I would love Robert Corrin. Big C saw me crying in Tesco garage. Interesting one. Interesting one. Lucas is just going to put his team in chat. Lennon has said that Big C saw me cry. Lennon said that he saw Big C crying at Tesco garage, and that it was actually Aldi instead. No, why no reply until now? Because I've been looking at my other screen, mate. Opinions on Joe Dudgeon. I thought Dudgeon was a decent player, but he just didn't go right for him. Charlie Wilson, I've seen that comment. That's not very nice. Yeah, we'll leave that there. Oh God, this is McLovin. No, good God, this is quite chaotic in chat. I won't lie, and we've sort of lost the way now. But then up top for Huddersfield, it was Daniel Sinani and Danny Ward. But they've also got Jordan Rhodes, Fraser Campbell, Josh Coromer. So Huddersfield Town do have some options, is what I will say. Is Josh Hines one for the future? Definitely is, Lennon. I'm pretty sure that you'll be sick to death of my feelings on City Academy players because I'm always ranting and raving about them. But Ollie Green, Josh Hines, Will Jarvis, quality players, quality players. There's a spider on my bed. Okay, yeah, definitely. We've been linked with Hasbulla. Something tells me he won't be able to get out of Russia. I don't know why. Yeah, there's a spider. There's a spider, isn't there? Yeah, but I can see it. Yeah. No. God. Good God, this is mental. This is absolutely mad. 2 more things in chat already. Good God. So Huddersfield's last 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A 3-0 win against Peterborough. Defeat in the FA Cup to Nottingham Forest would include that because they are a championship team. West Brom, it was a 2-2 draw. And then they lost 2-0 to Millwall, 3-0 to Bournemouth. So, not the greatest, but also probably better than ours. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3-0 win against Peterborough, which ain't bad, which matches up with theirs as well. Then defeat, draw, win, and that whatever the hell that Luton game was. Did anyone read the statement from the club this morning about all the stuff about kids running on the pitch and all that? How basically if you do it, you're a bit of an idiot. Luke, that is bordering on timeout levels. That is bordering on timeout levels, Luke. I'd be starting every week, but I start my big toe in 17.9 place. God. Lifetime ban for Luke and the kids running on the pitch. God, I've been asked to do the helicopter. The rumours about Ozil, yeah, we discussed that right at the start of the stream if you want to go and watch that back. God, this chat is chaos. I can't keep up. I just want to wrap this up now. League table, Huddersfield are pushing right up there, but Bournemouth do have a considerable amount of games in hand in them, so I think third might just be a little bit out of reach. For us, a couple more decent results, another few wins, another couple of draws, we're safe. So there's Matchday 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 7 games left. The gap between us and Derby is 16 points. Is that possible? 16 points in 7 games. Yes, it is. As of, I think, a couple of... Just hang on a second. Have I done that maths right? Well, hang on. So the gap to Peterborough is 15. We can still be caught. But but the gap is comfortable. And Derby are a matter of days away from administration, which is shocking, by the way. But wow. Yeah. There's a nice little argument going on there, is all I'll say. Hostile Hen, no. I can manage this. I can manage this. God. What are my thoughts about our June expectations for next season? Answer with translation, please. Okay, so English to Turkish. To avoid relegation this season. We can push up the table. Okay, right, I have it. I have it. How's this for you, Mehmet? Is that suffice? Is that enough for you? I see hostile head has been on Google Translate, as have I. Right. If you want that putting back up, Mehmet, let me know. He thanks me. That's good. Sorun değil, Mehmet. Sorun değil. I think, is that right? I'm trying to say no. I'm trying to say no problem. In case you're wondering what I'm trying to say. Right. Let's get pushing this up now because Ashley's sat bored. Bless him. I've told Ashley to wait for a predicted team, and I've just Ashley. I can show you live POV of Ashley. You're absolutely bored out your brains, aren't you?
Yeah. Don't worry, I can wait.
Oh, thank you, mate. Thank you. I'll quickly rattle through this, and I've lost focus now on my webcam, so that's brilliant. Anyway, around the grounds, we are the first game tomorrow, 7:45 kickoff. Then the 12:30 kickoff on Saturday is Blackpool versus Nottingham Forest. All the 3 o'clock kickoffs are Stoke versus Sheffield United, QPR versus Fulham, Peterborough versus Middlesbrough, Luton versus Millwall, Derby versus Preston, Coventry versus Blackburn, Cardiff versus Swansea, Bournemouth versus Bristol City, and Barnsley versus Reading. The Sunday game, which is also a 3 o'clock kickoff, is Birmingham City versus West Brom. That'll be nightmare in Birmingham, you know. P. Ashley Lucas on the payroll. Is there a striker I want? Just a good one. Just someone who can score goals consistently. That's all I want. Then we'll move on to memorable match now then. And that is from the 8th of August 2015. First game of the 2015-16 season when we won 2-0. Sam Lucas and Chuba Akpom scored the goals on their debut. Our team that day was Alan McGregor in goal. At right back was Ryan Taylor making his debut alongside Michael Dawson, the captain, Curtis Davis, and Andy Robertson making up the rest of the back 4. Then it was Ahmed El Mohammadi on the right, Sam Lucas making his debut on the left, Isaac Hayden making his debut in centre mid alongside Tom Huddleston, with Chuba Akpom making his debut up top alongside Nikita Jelavic. The bench was Eldin Jakupovic, David Myler, Harry Maguire, Sonny Aluko, Greg Lua, who came on and made his debut. Matty Dixon and Callum Geraldo Martin. Steve Bruce was the manager, in case you're wondering where Jake Livermore was at that point. Suspended for doing illegal drugs. That's all I can say. That's all I'll say. Then last time out was not great. 2-0 defeat. Our team, Ingram in goal, back four, Coyle, Bernard, Greaves and Elder. Midfield three, Smallwood, Cannon, Honeyman, and then Wilkes on the right, Lewis Potter on the left, Tyler Smith up top. In that matchday vlog, I may have not have said that Malik Wilkes has been, quote, complete and utter shit this season. I don't understand how he still plays 90 minutes every week. Then a couple of weeks later, he told me that he watches my stuff. I just told him he was very brave. The bench was Nathan Baxter, Greg Doherty, Tom Eves, Josh Emmanuel, Sean McLaughlin, George Monker, and Josh McGuinness. The referee, our manager at that time was, of course, Grant McCann. Our long preview, and I still not got onto the teams exactly. That's the way we do it round here. That's the way we do it. Record then, we've won 21 against Huddersfield, drawn 11, lost 24. Most recently, we've lost all of our last 3. Something tells me that tomorrow isn't really going to go very well. Shared shirts then ever so quickly. We'll go for Umar Niasse now at Burton Albion. He played for us in 2017, signed him in January under Marco Silva on loan from Everton. 19 appearances for us, 5 goals. Huddersfield Town, he signed for them, never got to play. And got released. Unlucky. Unlucky, Mr. Niasse. So, we can now let Ashley back into the realms of society.
I'd say it's good to be back, but realms of society doesn't sound good.
Do you have a predicted team by any chance, mate? I've given you 20 minutes.
I do. So I think Ingram will be in goal, disappointedly.
Yep.
I think the back three will remain as Greaves, McLaughlin and Jones.
Mm-hmm.
I think Elder will stay on the left with Smallman in centre. I think Huddleston might come back in. I think Doherty might get dropped. Instead of Longman, I think he's going to bring Coyle back. That's not what I want, but I think that's what he's going to do.
Interesting one.
KLP and Honeyman will be behind the striker as always, and I think this is the game where we're going to see Sayed Manesh start.
Interesting one. So who did you put in centre mid? Huddleston
And Smallwood.
Huddleston and Smallwood. And then you went for Honeyman and KLP with up top Alaya. Interesting.
Yeah.
So, right, I'll put that as a banner at the bottom so that you can see Ashley's team fully. So in goal is Matt Ingram for Ashley. The centre-backs are Greaves, McLaughlin, Alfie Jones. Right wing-back, Louis Coyle. Left wing-back, Callum Elder. 2 centre-mids, Tom Huddleston and Richie Smallwood. Honeyman and KLP behind Aliyah Sayed Manesh. That's interesting. It's not something I'd have thought of.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, this isn't what I want because I would choose much different, but it's what whatever Shota wants, that's what matters about, I guess. I mean,
Well, he's the one picking the team at the end of the day. Isn't he?
yeah.
Niasse was all right. Yeah, Niasse was really good. Lucas, we're getting paid. Start filming. God. Lucas, lad, if you want to rejoin the stream, you can do. I'm not putting the StreamYard link back in chat because that can only go one way. And Ashley knows what way that is.
I forgot.
Didn't I say any more?
No.
Okay, then. we'll leave it at that, shall we? Because I think we all know what I'm referring to there. We have lost a lot of viewership though, so it might be a bit calmer for now. My predicted team in shotters 3-4-3. In goal, Matt Ingram. Centre backs Greaves, Jones, and McLaughlin. Right wing back Longman. Left wing back Fleming. Central midfield Smallwood and Slater. Right wing, left wing Lewis Potter, and up top Tommy Eaves. Bench Baxter, Elder, Doherty, Syed Manesh, Huddleston, Bernard, and Marcus Force.
Completely forgot about Slater. I would have put him in.
Oh, God.
Forgot he was here.
And then we'll quickly move on to what I would play if I were in charge in this hypothetical universe. So I would go in open game for Baxter, centre backs Greaves, McLaughlin, and Bernard. Right wing back Lewis Potter, left wing back Brandon Fleming, central midfield Smallwood, Honeyman, and Slater, with the two strikers Eaves and Syed Manesh. The bench Ingram, Jones, Wilkes, Doherty, Longman, Huddleston, and Marcus Force. I've succumbed.
4 words, apply for the job.
I know, Lucas, you told me this Honeyman's supposed to be centrally just drifts wide. I know, but why does he do it? Why? Tommy Just God has got the video from the stream that we were referring to. Lucas says Ingram, McLaughlin, Greaves, Jones, Fleming. So that's a back three of McLaughlin, Greaves, and Jones. Fleming on the left, Longman on the right, Smallwood, Doherty, Honeyman the midfield, and then Eaves and Lewis Potter up front. Because Big C left and Luke did the pumping out nines comment, and yeah, oh God. So that's that predicted score, Ashley.
Hoping I don't get removed from the stream this time. 2-1 Huddersfield.
Something's telling me it's going to be 3-0 Huddersfield.
Oh, okay. Can I remove you from the stream?
Pardon?
Can I remove you from the stream?
I can remove me.
Oh. Smash on that. I'm sorry.
Honestly, the look on your face.
The channel with thousands of subscribers for about 3 seconds. I'm okay with that.
You were running the show.
Yeah, for 3 good seconds.
Wow, that's interesting. Right, thank you for tuning in, everyone. It's been a bit of a slow burn. We spent the first half an hour talking about contracts because Mesut Ozil has he's kicked up a storm in Turkey, and that has led to carnage in the Adjun Ilagela family relations in trying to get him employed elsewhere. Can you imagine what his wages would be like as well? If there's one thing I can praise the Alams for, it's putting us financially sustainable. Ozil's wages.
Yeah.
Or maybe Adjun could sweet talk him and say, look, I can put you on Turkish Survivor.
Yeah. If we sign Ozil, we'll be in liquidation before Derby.
God, we
They're going into liquidation tomorrow.
What else was I gonna say? Do you reckon though we could get Ozil's pay packet down by Adjun giving him shares in his production company, letting him appear on Survivor in Turkey and be a judge on The Voice?
Hopefully. Hopefully.
We'll go with that. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow late on for the Matchday vlog. Do I have a giveaway? I've promised giveaways, but then I've not done them. Let me have a look. And I've just dropped something. That's fun. Do I have giveaways? So I have something there. I do have one giveaway of something that isn't signed yet. So we won't do that one.
If you're stuck for ideas, I have a 2-year-old program.
I've got that to give to someone from a giveaway a bit ago. You know what? We'll do Shotter and Josh Emmanuel. We'll do Shotter and Josh Emmanuel. Why not?
Yeah.
That's
Get Emmanuel's signature with a bit of chlamydia on it. I'm going to wait for you to get that.
I've got the reference. I'm just gobsmacked. In case you haven't got that reference for the few people that are still bothering to be here while I do a long-winded method of ending this stream. Whilst we were discussing what ideas people have come up with for Emmanuel's absence, somebody mentioned a certain sexually transmitted infection.
That was me.
And on that note, I'll see you later, everyone. Take care. Goodbye.